Hello and welcome to the video. Here are some of the most interesting world facts you'll ever hear, and today is all about Maryland. Maryland is a mid-Atlantic state of the United States. It's defined by its abundant waterways and coastlines on the Chesapeake Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Its largest city, Baltimore, has a long history as a major seaport. Fort McHenry, birthplace of the United States national anthem, sits at the mouth of Baltimore's Inner Harbor, home to the National Aquarium in the United States and Maryland Science Center. The first interesting fact about Maryland is that a common law marriage cannot be created in Maryland. What does this mean? A couple cannot acquire marital rights and responsibilities by simply living together for a particular period of time or holding themselves out as spouses. Legal action is not required to dissolve such a relationship. What else is it that makes Maryland unique as a state? The people, the places, and the history and the sports there? Jousting became the official sport of Maryland in 1962, according to Chapter 134, Acts of 1962, Code Providence's article, Section 739A, if you want to look it up. Maryland was, in fact, the first state to adopt this as an official sport. Jousting, the world's oldest equestrian sport, was developed in the Middle Ages as combat training for the cavalry, people who ride horses. When it comes to higher education in Maryland, the University of Maryland is in College Park. It's a public land-grant research university in Maryland. It was founded in 1856, and UMD is known for the fact that it has 6 libraries on campus. In contrast, you should know that there's a spot at University of Maryland, also in Maryland, one of its college campuses there, where more than 100 couples get married every single year. Very much so on the campus itself. Another fun fact about University of Maryland, UMD, it has 6 libraries on campus. Count them. And to take a little bit more of a darker turn, the university is also famous for having a spot on campus that is supposedly cursed. And if you step on the, quote, point of failure, you won't graduate from the University of Maryland within 4 years. Zooming out a little bit further on the map, in the eastern part of Maryland, it has a warm maritime climate, with warm and wet summers and mild winters often enjoyed by students and adults alike. Whereas the western part of Maryland has a moderate maritime climate, with cooler temperatures in the winter and lots of more snowfall. It's definitely unique for how small of a state it is with its different types of weather. What else is Maryland famous for? Home to the Chesapeake Bay, Maryland is known for its blue crabs, some of the most unique on the planet, as well as the city of Baltimore, a major historical trading port for the United States, baseball power, and birthplace of the national anthem. What are Maryland people known for eating in their food? In addition to the Old Things crab and the Old Bay, Maryland is home of some of the most mouth-watering foods that you can find in the United States. Perhaps we'll have to share pictures of a few of the main dishes there. Maryland is also a leading manufacturer in computers, communication, and other high-tech equipment. Not surprisingly, printing for the federal government and all of those other service industries is big business there. And it's also interesting to note that food processing, from soft drinks and spices to seafood, is also a major important business in Maryland. What about the people? What culture does Maryland have? Maryland's geographic location means that its culture is a mix of Northern and Southern America. The cities still bear colonial influences from the past, in particular their architecture. And Maryland is home to many beautiful landmark parks and natural parks, and the state has worked hard to preserve these. There is much history all over the state. Why is Maryland famous for its blue crabs and food there? Well, it's because of the, quote, mustard, as they call it, that bright yellow liquid that sweetens the meat of each and every crab. This is actually a component of the crab's digestive system unique to the area that looks like tubes acting as the crab's liver and pancreas. The black-eyed Susan flower has been the official Maryland flower since 1918. The yellow daisy or cornflower blooms late in the summer. The Baltimore checker spot butterfly was designated as Maryland's state insect in 1973. So why do people live in Maryland? With all of this said, there are some pretty great reasons to call Maryland home. It has access to the great outdoors that's unparalleled, it boasts a ridiculously strong economy, and it's within close proximity to some of the biggest cities in the United States, making travel from there very appealing. If you enjoyed Maryland, give this video a thumbs up. Stay with us for more videos.